Ahoy, mateys! I'm gonna keep trying the fucking pirate thing until I can do it without laughing.
Ain't gonna
But
happen.
alas, today is not those days. So instead, Tabarnak, I will do the French accent.
French Canadian.
British?
I will do the French accent. Do not call me British or I will eat your fucking brains. Your father smells of elderberries and your mother is a turnip.
It's your mother is a
No,
hamster, you
something.
hamster.
And with you go. New record.
Merde! It is I, your DM, Whis.
I wonder if it's too late to join the terrible bunny of Carabanog.
Today joined with me by my comrades. I have. Hold on. Now I have to guess. So I'm going to drop the accent. I think, or might to continue with it, the tabernacle.
Jesus.
First up was Nathan.
You
And
forgot
then
the cardinal
next-
rule. Hummus
Oh,
is always first.
no rule is that the chames is first. First is the Jorges, and second would be the Nate, and then the Chris and the Owen and the V.
He is wrong.
Oh no,
we got
tabernacle.
the me, Nate, Owen, V, Chris.
Oh damn.
How
Well,
did I
there you
land
go.
last?
Don't know. It just happened.
Fuck it, we ball.
We stay balling.
Yeah. All right. Does anyone want to recap the last couple sessions and just catch everyone up to speed?
Define the last couple sections. Where do you want us to start from?
Start from exiting Cavallis' Spire.
Like through the
Because
mirror?
if you haven't seen Cavallis, yeah, sure. Let's just explain. Yeah, that's me. You might be wondering how we got here. Well, let's start all the way back when.
When my mom met my dad. Wait, that's too far.
So Eve ate the apple. No. Way too far.
What a great movie trope.
It is a great movie trope.
It's great for those like coming of age movies.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll just do it.
Hell yeah.
We did some shenanigans in the spire, and then we went through this mirror at the end of the spire, and we ended up in this cave. So we're sitting there, barbecue sauce on our titties, right? And we see our old homie Amaranth. I never remember if there's an N or not. However, Amarath. And then
More wrath.
He's sitting there. No barbecue sauce on his titties. He's not cool like that anymore.
No, he's got fucking ranch like a fucking dildo.
Yeah, he's not cool like that anymore. Anyways, he is holding a glowy thing that we're like, uh-oh, that's the tier. Not good. Tier of Pelor. Not good. He uses it to revive Zodak, the Black Dragon. Also not good. He comes back to life from his skeletal form, and he fucks us up, gasses us out. Most of us almost die. I stayed standing because I'm a legend. A couple other people too, I guess.
I'm still standing.
And then he flew off to go do his other shenanigans. Amarath left as well. We woke up, realized that some of us were poisoned. Shout out to Yonatan for figuring that out. And then we were able to remedy that and get on our way to talk to Safiri. So that, I may have just lost connection. We'll see what happens. Give it a minute. Come on. Okay, I'm back.
Did you guys lose James as well? Oh, no. James is back.
It's
You're
cool.
good.
I'm back, and I'm the one recording anyway, so they still hear me talking.
That's good.
They just hear me
You know what? That
mumbling
is
to
good.
myself. um. Anyways, we go to see Safiri. Safiri saw the dragonfly overhead. He was also worried. Said he was heading towards what was it? Not Lular. It was Pelos. He was headed towards Pelos, which is so we had to come up with a plan. We decided, okay, we got to go get Calduin pronto, but we should go see if the Holy Lore Keeper's okay because she's a good ally to have. So we decided to go by Pelos. Uh, Getting there, we realized, oh, this place has been gassed the fuck out, just like what almost killed us. So or I guess Beckett, is able to strike a deal with Ego, and or the poison, and get us some gas masks. So we get strapped up, and then we head into the city, leave our horse and cart outside because they are not protected. And then we see some people, and Tobin tries to help them before realizing that they are dead, but not just dead, undead, and attempting to attack us. We thought maybe Amarath was had something to do with it. He was here, or that's the effect of the poison. We don't know what's up with that yet. Um, so we fight our way through the town trying to make it to the church where the Holy Lore Keeper is. We get there and we run into what's his name, Wes?
I don't remember. Is the counselor of
Oh, okay.
Valebridge? I don't remember his name.
Me
I'm
neither.
sorry.
Um,
It was said the other episode, but I haven't been able to watch the episode back.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
So we meet the counselor of Valebridge, who we met near the beginning of the campaign. He's acting a little suspicious. So we talk to him, and he turns out to be an Eldar dragon, the coward. Can't remember his name if anybody remembers it.
Solari.
Solari, that's it.
Solari, yeah.
And so we get locked into combat with him, and that's where we're at now. He's saying
He went
some
wild wyvern style.
true story. He transformed into his draconic form, and we're battling him so far. Haven't made too much headway, it would appear, but nobody's like at risk of dying yet, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, we're in the midst of fighting him. I think that about sums it up. I think I hit everything.
Yeah. I think that sums it all up.
I might have
Um,
missed. I don't remember if there's any like important dialogue with what Safiri said. I just know he said, "Hey, you should do your thing," but kind of suggested that we stop by Pelos, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we got a homie there, so we might as well go see what's up with that."
yeah.
Tread carefully in the nature of dragons, for you are crunchy and taste good with ketchup.
Mm.
Is that what
Okay.
Wise words to live by.
Sweet. So, with that, the Adai stood within the dilapidated remains of the once beautiful, shining coastal city of Pelos. Built in honor and in memory of the great catastrophic disaster that decimated the lands a century prior during Pelor's Tear. The Adai Nawul stood within this destroyed city, face to face with the shining yellow wyvern celestial beings, Solari the Coward, the yellow dragon, the master of acid. As you see his large claws clenched deep within the dilapidated debris of one of the still standing two-story structures towering above you, a snarl on his face. Can't you smell it? The end of the world.
Achoo! Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm allergic to your bullshit.
And you. I can almost taste it.
Taste how much I'm gonna kick your ass?
Oh,
Yonatan,
my
stop
little
goading the dragon.
appetizer.
Please.
You'll be the first.
Well, better than me.
And then I shall crush the next, and the next, and the next.
Well, if you want the appetizer, I'm more than happy to give you a full course, you yellow-levered bitch.
And cue Pokemon
Knees.
battle music.
The literal end of the campaign.
I didn't.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Thanks.
New gifts? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Wrong way. Yeah. That's good level. Good level. Yo, what's that guy doing over there? We still got a zombie hanging out over there?
Oh, word?
Yeah. What's he doing over there?
Alright, so the zombie's up first.
Bro's on his break, bro.
Huh.
He's got this. He's on his 15. He can't be bothered.
Oh my god. He's. Okay. Well, I know where he goes on the initiative order, so he'll go when needed. Neves is first up on the initiative order with Yonatan and Peter on deck.
Okay. Well, in lieu of Liam being here, I guess that falls to me. Why don't we go with
And in regards to what we spoke about earlier, don't worry about role playing him too much. Just
Okay.
focus on your own character. Like him, I just want him as a character there because this is gonna be a hard combat. Anyways, sorry. Proceed.
let's see. Is he far enough back that he can attempt one of his breath attacks?
I'm not quite sure. What is the range on that?
Well, we can do a line for 60 feet, so that should be able...
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
You'd be in. He's a large creature on height. You'd be within range for a line.
Okay. Without hitting Orglin along the way, I assume?
Yeah.
I'll say yes because he's kind of misaligned, and so I'll move him back onto this quadrant right here, giving you line of sight. So I'll say you're fine to not hit a Roland with a line attack.
All right. Well then, Knees draws back a deep breath. His cheeks start to flare and arc with yellow light as he belches forth a massive line of electrical damage. Let's go with a... Okay, we're going to need to make a reflex save for this. I need to find what the save DC is based off of.
See, that's very important.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Trying to flip through a sheet right now.
Yeah, go for it. It's okay. It's all right. A little bit rusty here, boys, but we'll get through it.
10, 1/2 class level plus con mod. Okay,
There you
that's
go.
something that should be noted on the sheet.
Yeah, we'll tell him to add that.
Yeah. Okay, so since we're all level 10, that would be 5 plus his con mod of 3, so that's a DC 18 reflex save on his breath attack.
A 27 will succeed.
On a reflex save. Wow, that was really good. Okay, then yes, that will succeed. Okay, well then,
Silvery bar.
he gets half, that's for half damage. Unless he has evasion.
Yep. It's for half damage. She doesn't have evasion.
Alrighty. Then let's go ahead and roll up some damage. That is a 15. So half damage, 7.
Where does Knees aim on the Wyvern's body?
Let's go with a nice high target. Let's say the Wyvern's left wing.
The as his cheeks start to flare with this arcane glow as it bolts out in a breath attack of almost like a bolt of lightning coming forth from his mouth, beaming into his wing. You see Solari kind of jar back a little bit. The attack definitely damages him, yet he doesn't seem to be bothered too much. He's more bothered by the damage type than he is by the attack itself, if that would make sense.
What damage? Was
That was electrical. A nice arc of lightning.
As Jonathan and Peter, you are up.
Okay. I am going to just shoot. I'm just gonna shoot my shot at this dragon.
Hey,
My
Well
bow.
played, homie.
So as so Jonathan, just after just absolutely destroying this dragon verbally, as he readies his bow, he's just gonna aim his shot, one shot each at Solari's eyes, as he just kind of focuses in, takes a breath, holds it, and he fires 2 consecutive shots rapidly. As both arrows just slightly missing their mark. Just the first arrow just barely grazes its skin, but not really to any sort of effect. And the second arrow just misses completely.
Solari cocks his head to the side as the arrow whistles by his would-be ear as he... All you do is talk. You have no chance. You are but a grain of salt in the grand scheme of the world. You are nothing.
The plan wasn't for me to damage you. I know I can't do anything, but he can. As Peter is just going to as Peter just like As soon as he hears Jonathan's whistle, he's just scratching and clawing up to the roof. And then he's gonna attempt to take a chunk out of Solari's skin with a bite. And as he goes for this maneuver, you can see that Peter, just like taking a huge leap forward, just chomps down on Solari's chest as he's just trying to rip apart his scales, just taking chunks off, and then finally getting down to some meat. He just clamps down on it, dealing. Gross. That is gross.
What was that to hit, by the way?
That was a 26 to hit.
All right, and damage?
Damage 13 piercing damage.
All right. Dragging his claws upon the surface of the walls and getting over the gutters and kind of having a small gust of his wings to boost him up towards Solari's upper chest. You see Peter pounce and dig his claws and his maw into Solari's chest and start wildly dig and chomp. As you can see, meat and blood and scales spew from this. Probably the most violent you've seen Peter in a while, as he tears into this being like one would tear into a chicken leg. As you see Solari recoil even more, as if he was bothered more by this attack than the last. Does Peter decide to stay clamped within Solari's chest?
No.
Okay.
He's just gonna go in and just tear his chest up and then just get back down onto the ground.
All right. Up next, we have Tobin and Argolan on deck.
Okay. And okay, let me just do the math here. Okay, so Tobin, all right, so seeing Peter get a, yeah, well, first, Tobin looks down, sees that he remembers that he's not exactly standing on solid ground and not sure how long these boots last yet. He's gonna kind of go, his eyes are gonna open wide, and he's gonna start racing towards the to the roof, and he's going to go up on the other side of Peter, right up to the dragon, and scurrying up the roof, the slanted roof. He's going to attempt to do he's going to do an upward slash towards the dragon's chest to try and slash at the wound that Peter created. Will a 22 hit?
A 22 will not hit.
Okay, so as he scurries up the dilapidated roof with the shingles falling, he kind of slips and loses his footing, missing his slash. But he recovers at himself and attempts to thrust his blade into the open wound with Peter. Will 25 hit?
A 25 will hit.
And with that one, he's gonna cast. And as he drives the blade into it, he's gonna take a deep. He's gonna take a deep breath, and as he exhales, you see he exhales smoke, like whatever you call it, smoke, as if it were cold outside, and as the ice creeps up his blade and into the open wound, and casting his creeping cold.
Can you describe how this frostbite exerts from your blade into this already created gash in this dragon?
Sure. So as he plunges his blade, and the frost slowly starts to creep up the blade, and once it makes contact with the flesh, you can see the flesh start to you can see the ice creep around, like, the whole visible wound, as the flesh starts to turn black as if bitten by frostbite.
Cast the mistress of judgment.
Well,
The one with the sharp tongue. You will wait. I shall deal with this one first. Paladin of Tyrael.
so is he referring to Tyrael with that comment?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's going to do. Do you want it broken down, like, with damage types?
No.
Okay, so it's gonna do. It's gonna do 15 from the sword, and then another 2 from the creeping cold, so 17 total. Or is it on my turn that it starts? No, as I hit it, yeah, and then next turn it'll be 2 and then 3, yeah.
Before Orgolan, it is your turn, but Solar is going to take one of his legendary actions.
Okay.
As he flaps his wings twice, Tobin, Orgolan, and Peter, you guys feel as the winds whip around your ears as you kind of have to, like, stabilize yourselves in your stances. As you see Solari's face kind of jerk in, and then as it exhales this pungent yellow gas that expands in 60 feet from here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, right? So everyone's going to get caught in this. I need a fortitude save from everybody.
Alrighty.
Okay, so
DC 22. Let me know who passes.
Nope.
Neither Alistair nor Nees.
nope.
I failed by 1. I got a 21.
Peter got a nat 20, and I got a 23.
All right. So Peter and Yonatim will take half. Everyone will take full. Of course, I fucking roll like dog shit. So 13 for those who fail, 7 for those who succeed. That's poison damage.
Does that mean anything?
Isn't it
like...
rounded down and not rounded up?
No, I'm pretty sure it's rounded up.
All right, 8.
Isn't it usually rounded up? Or no, I guess it would be
remember.
down.
I think it's rounded down, to be honest with you.
13, half of 13 rounded down is 6.
Oh. Alright, well, 6 then, dickheads.
I have an
man, throw it on
improved
pause.
evasion. So does that mean I get? Does that mean it's halved?
What's
Or-
what's improved evasion do?
Hey man, throw it on pause for a moment.
Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on, it's okay.
Unpause
Now
it,
it's
hold on.
going.
All right, so I am going to run up to the side of him, and then I'm going to try and jump on his back.
So I would say his
And-
wingspan kind of goes out towards this, so you have how much movement? 5.
60 feet. I can get.
Hold on, sorry, I'm being retarded. Sorry, watch my language. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you make me a climb check?
That's a 25.
He can
Okay.
climb.
Fuck.
It's always a good thing when your monk can climb.
Yep.
When the monk actually succeeds at athletics, like he should.
All right, so that's a 25. You got that
Hold
right?
on. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. Hey. What?
Sorry, now it's me taking up fucking time during the combat. Oh, there we go. Yep. So you successfully climb on the back of Solari. You're now behind Solari. But you're there.
Then can I roll a spot
So-
to see if I can spot a
Don't ask to
weak
roll a
point
spot. Say what you're
on
doing.
his like?
Yeah, so
Ca-
I
Can I look for like a weak spot
you
on
Say what
on his
Orgolan's
back?
doing. Instead of saying,
describe
"Can I?"
describe how Orgolan attacks this massive wyvern in front of you.
Like how he
Describe
searches.
how he boosts himself up and climbs on. You can even you have your dual size that you won from your father. You can use those to climb up on his back to find a spot, and then tell me that you're going to look for a weak tell me that our golem's looking for a weak spot. Then I would ask you to roll a spot check, and then we'd go from there. But I would like you to describe how Orgolan climbs up this massive yellow wyvern and goes about looking and planning his attack.
All right. So I'm going to run towards his back leg. Then I'm going to like jump on his little like the back of his leg to get up on the back of him, and then I'm going to look for a weak spot to try and see if there's a weak spot in his armor.
Could you roll me
In, like,
either
his scale,
a
so.
heal check or a spot check?
All right. So that is a 23 for spot.
A 23 for spot. So as you're looking at the back hide of this the wyvern, you see just a small spot in the back of his head, right below where the back of his skull would be, and the beginning of his spine. You see a small weak point of the scales being a lot more loosely set than the rest of his body.
A chink in the armor.
Hey, yo, that's. Sorry.
All right, so I will start to work my way towards that spot, and then I'm going to use Fists of Iron and do 2 punches at said spot.
And Fist of Iron does which?
So on a successful attack, I add one 1d4 damage to my damage rolls.
How big's the chink in the armor? Like, did he say he's punching it?
Are you unarmed attacking it? Okay.
Yes.
So, can you roll me an attack, please?
All right. So my first attack is a 24 to hit.
That will just hit.
Okay, then the second one's a 16, so that'll miss. So, there it is. Come on, pick up D4. Yeah. Oh. So, that is 11 damage. Bang.
So, as you begin to like almost like speed bag punch into this small chink in his scales, it kind of shuffles as you have to kind of maintain your balance as you grab hold of his shoulder and maintain your balance. He definitely now knows that you're there, and he knows that you know of this spot, yet particularly your attack had not dealt the type of damage you were hoping for.
Fair enough.
But you could definitely tell it is the weak spot. The reason why it wasn't as effective, I will leave up to you. As Solari now, it is his turn. He begins to he wriggles a little bit like a desperate worm when water or oil's poured onto it. He starts to wriggle a moment before he stops and begins to flap his wings violently as he lets go of the debris below and starts to float a couple of feet, 10, 15, 20 feet, as he's beating his wings, as he's still kind of wriggling to try and shake your grasp. As I need Orgolan to roll me a reflex save.
Has he broken free from the entanglement?
No. What is a DC to break free of that?
That would be under Nisa's stuff.
Would it be the same effects as the entangle spell?
I believe so.
I believe you would need a DC 20 strength or escape artist check to break free from the entanglement, and it takes a full action to do so.
Entangles creatures for 1d4 turns plus 1d6 damage per turn. Entangling acceleration.
Okay. So he easily breaks free of the entangle spell. But as he attempts to flap his wings and raise up, he realizes as he's pulling away from the entangle spell that it's not giving him the height that he's particularly wanting. And so you watch as this massive wyvern beating his wings, curls his wings in towards his chest, and dives his back towards the building. So I need Orgolan, Peter, and Tobin to all roll me reflex saves.
Oh,
Let's go.
nice.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, nice, dude. I got a 19. Well,
Total of?
Total of
It's a DC 30.
Fuck.
31.
You have an 11 in your reflex?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Peter got a 7.
I got 25.
Glory, glory,
And this
what
is
a
where
hell of a way
this
to
is where your
die.
evasion comes into play, Owen. It's reflex this time.
I rolled a nat 20, so I'm good anyway.
Glory, glory.
Your reflex. Fuck. Your evasion does trigger. How much HP does Peter have?
Uh-oh.
He has 86 health.
Oh, that's not
All
too
right, awesome. Okay, so
bad. Oh god. I'm scared, guys. Guys, I'm scared.
So, as beating his wings, Solari realizes he's still trying to tear away the final remnants of the entangle spell. As he gives up trying to fly, tucks his wings into his chest, and just flops his entire back down on this side of the building. Orgolan, the ever perceptive, ever nimble, is able to break away from his connection to Solari and dodge to the side and not take any damage because of his. As the mass entity of Solari drops onto Peter and Tobin, they feel not only the crush of this large entity above, but they feel the damage of passing through multiple layers of a roof and a floor and a roof and another floor and a basement. As you guys both take 32 bludgeoning damage.
That's ridiculous.
And plus 2d6 of fall damage. Hold on. Okay. Plus another 4 damage of bludgeoning.
So that's 30 total.
32, it's 36 bludgeoning total for Peter and Tobin.
36. Okay.
Wow.
Can we still see him? Like, is Solari still? I'm assuming he's still visible.
Solari is still visible. Tobin and Peter are not, as they find themselves covered in dust and debris in a old wine cellar with the floor and second floor above this once was hotel busted through, as you can see. Couple of broken bottles and leaking red liquid down on the floor, kind of soaking into the shirt under Tobin's armor, and Peter's fur kind of getting a little matted from the old wine. Soon a Golan not taking any damage.
Peter's just like, after the huge impact, Peter's just like has a lick or two of the wine. Just,
Wine and shattered.
Hey, he's underage.
hey man, I'm like what, like 50 feet away and no line of sight. I can't do anything about that.
You know what? As long as you're drinking under my roof, it's okay.
What roof? It's gone.
What roof?
Oh my god.
Pentagon, octagon, hexagon, your roof gone.
Alistair with Beckett on deck.
All right. Well, Alistair's going to start hissing curses under his breath as he moves northeast 2 squares and forward 1, ripping off what remained of his craftsman outfit of the leather apron, because that's been melted away.
Well, like here?
West. So it would be about left 3 squares of where you are and up 1.
Oh, you said northeast.
Oh, sorry, I'm northwest.
Here?
Left 1 and up 1.
What's left here?
Towards the alleyway.
Here?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think I'm frozen. Because, yeah, right there.
Yeah, it took me a minute to see it too.
Okay, cool.
And with pretty much most of his current worn gear covered in acid of all sorts of ruinous nature, he pops out another one of his wands from his wand bracer. Inciting the words, he casts mass snake swiftness to grant everyone within 20 feet free attack.
I don't think we're on the same. Like, so is the dragon still on the roof? Where's like? And
The
we fell
dragon
through?
is currently between the roof and the second floor.
Okay.
Peter and Tobin are all the way in the cellar. So the only person who has access for a free melee range attack would be Orgolan.
Well, everyone gets a choice of melee or ranged.
Well, that opens it up to everybody, but probably also excluding Tobin and Peter, as Tobin is a melee expert and Peter is Griffin.
I mean, technically, I have ranged spells.
Oh, you know what? That's true. So,
Am I within 20 feet being in the basement and stuff though? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
A story.
Yes, I will say that you are.
So you want to just like make something up for Ice Dagger just for the sake of this, because I don't have any spells.
2d8 range attack.
Okay.
So we'll do this in order of initiative. Knees with his range attack up first.
Okay.
Seems like a lot of people already had their means of getting.
All right,
in the face of this
Yonatan.
thing done.
We'll do knees last. Yonatan, your range attack.
Okay, ranged attack, baby. Nat 20.
Oh,
Ooh.
Wait, roll it again.
Okay.
I forgot.
That was miss.
Alistair, can you remind me how that wand you gave me works? I feel like I could have avoided dying or getting destroyed there. I think you're muted or not working audio-wise. I see you talking, but not.
That hits.
When you use the rod, it makes next skill check a +20.
Oh, next skill check. So is that like anything? So what counts as a skill
Like
check?
a climb check,
Okay.
or a knowledge arcana check,
Okay, cool.
or a forgery check.
And it makes it a nat 20?
It grants a +20 on
Oh,
it,
okay.
in addition to your bonuses and your D20
Okay, thank
roll.
you.
No worries.
25.
What? 25? Yeah, fuck yeah. Roll a d6.
Right on. 1.
You get an extra attack. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll your critical damage on this one, and then go ahead and roll me another attack.
Okay.
Crit train. And that kills him.
Out a
Stealth
crit
archer
train,
build.
Crit train.
I
People of the
mean,
world, join in.
Okay. That is 23 damage for the crit. And then the extra attack dice. No, that's so as Yonatan is powered up by Alistair's spell, he feels a lot quicker, and he fires 2 more arrows. The first hits dead on, targeting Solaris's right eye, and then firing a second arrow going to his left eye again. It misses entirely again as Yonatan, for whatever reason, his aim seems to be off slightly, but he does. The first attack is strikes true and gets him right in the eye, dead on. But the
as
second,
you fire the first arrow and it hits dead on, as the arrow sinks several inches into the eye socket of Solari, you line up the second shot. As things seem to slow, as you see the arrow spiral and sling through the air. You think of Arceal, strangely, within this moment. You were caught within a familiar scent of freshly baked apple pie. As you remember, Arceal's mother would commonly make the best apple pie you've ever tasted in your existence. Is the aroma of apple pie, and the memory of Arceal enters your mind. Your tracker mind kicks in as you say to yourself, you say, Arceal has been here recently. I know his scent, I've known his scent. He has been here. It's always been a contemplative theory of yours that as you've been growing and remembering into your memories, you've been within your most recent one, remembering that Arceal did in fact survive. It's been a theory within your mind whether he survived past Pelor's Tear. But you caught within this scent, you know he's been here. He's been here recently. But as your mind kind of gets wrapped within this spiral of thoughts, your shot sails a little bit to the left and just sails past his ear and unfortunately missing its mark. Tobin, your attack.
Okay. So range touch attack. Let's see. Will a... Oh, that's not bad. So I add my base attack bonus? Or... I don't remember how a ranged touch attack works. I haven't had to use it much yet.
It is just using your base attack bonus plus your dex.
Plus, okay, base attack. So it hits. It's more than a 23.
Absolutely, it'll hit.
So yeah, 2d8. Let's see. Where is that other one? What the fuck? The fuck? Okay, that'll do. That's gonna be 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Alright, so Tobin is standing up in the basement. He dusts himself off and feeling this rush of vigor all of a sudden, despite the injuries, realizing that his sword is still embedded in the dragon's wound. He quickly focuses and remembers the steps he took during training, and grabs his wrist and points up towards the dragon, and two shards start to grow out of his hand, like not directly out of his palm, but like out of mist in front, like icy mist in front of his hand, growing almost like a sped up video of an icicle dripping down, but facing upwards, before launching with a trail of ice behind them and finding their mark on the in the dragon's side, doing 12 damage. Or sorry, 11.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Next up would be Orgolan.
All right, so am I in range of like a punch attack, or do I have to like get closer for that?
So if you can imagine, let me remove the Solari sprite for a moment. You see this little corner that's cut away from this building?
Yes.
Imagine Solari's corpse laying within this divot. So it's on the second floor of this 2-story building, but he's a level below you.
Okay.
And so,
do I have enough time to like jump down on top of him,
Does he
or
only get an
Absolutely.
attack, or is he allowed to like move for this?
He's only allowed a melee or ranged attack.
okay?
He does
So
not get a move action.
I can't hit him if he's there, since I only have my
you
quarter
okay?
staff.
Don't take the map into consideration. You just managed to dodge out of the collapse of Solari onto the building, so you are still kind of right beside him. I will give you an attack on this.
All right.
Okay, so this is a snake swiftness attack and not his actual.
Yeah, this
turn.
is a snake swiftness, so no flurry blows. It's just one attack.
All right.
Try
Can
something.
I? Or I'm going to try and stomp on his wing and try to break a bone in his wing.
Describe it. You can do better than that.
Describe to me as like a plane below. See his wing kind of wrapped around the building, kind of trying to claw his way up. Can you explain how you kind of curb stomp your heel into his bone?
So I'm gonna like jump and try and do like a coup de grace type stomp on his bone.
Mm,
So that is a 27 to hit.
that will hit.
Brian, am I just Finn Balor?
I think you're our Golan.
Totally.
You see the form of Solari begin to wriggle and try to like use his arm appendages that are attached to his skinned wing to try and to regain his balance and to climb back to the roof of the building. Orgolan, you seeing him begin to struggle, you dig your heel and you hear this hollow of a massive bone breaking within his wing
Let's go.
as
Crunchy.
he begins to violently he wreathes out in pain as he begins to start to beat his wings, crawl, climb, do anything that he can. He starts to beat his wings. You see him and make it maybe a foot and a half off the ground before you see the wing with the arm you shattered give out as he collides back into the building. You see him grasping at anything, the debris falling out beneath him as nothing reaches. Orgolan, Count Orgolan Vragos III, how would you like to do this?
Let's go.
No!
Yes.
Aw.
Okay.
Make this the most anime thing you could ever do in your life. Describe to me how you destroy, riddle, and decompose this motherfucker.
Hey, Golan, if it helps, since you're like kicking and stuff, my sword's still in his stomach. If you want to like do something with that, like push it in further or something.
Oh,
That's
that
part
would
of
be
your
cool.
attack.
Oh. All right. So, I'm gonna jump, kind of do a front flip, and just as I stomp on his wing, like shattering that bone, I'll then do another like leaping jump as I see Tobin's like sword kind of still stuck in. And as I land, I am going to grab hold of it and just push his sword right through the dragon, finishing the
You
fight.
drive the sword deep within the cavities of Solari, known as Solari the Coward, Master of Acid, one of the first 9 beings to exist. As its body shakes and wriggles at the last movements of life from this being. His eye stares into yours as you drive Tobin's blade deep within his carcass. It will all be over so soon. Just die already. As he
And-
exhales his last breath.
And as he takes his last breath, I'm just going to stomp on his jaw.
As it contorts in an awkward angle, knowing that you've broken through his maw, his bone, and muscle.
And after that, I kneel down, take out one of my sais, and cut out one of his scales and take it off of him.
Awesome. Go ahead and add Solari's scales or however you choose into your inventory. I could wait till the end of the session, but with that fight concluding, everyone receives a level up this session.
Hey!
Yes.
6th level spells.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna choose between cleric and warlock.
Where we will now go on break,
Hold on.
recuperate, resettle, do our things, and we will be back as we commence the story as the Adi now will choose to unfold it. As the final breath seeps from Solari's corpse, as his mass form wings kind of spanned out on this 2-story once was hotel in the dilapidated city of Pelos. Tobin and Peter, deep within the cellar of this hotel, Orgolan on the roof, and the rest of you out on the main street that travels throughout Pelos. You see your goal, the Temple of Pelor, through a short alleyway on the next street as you see its main spire rise up, dominating and around the mass, even tall city, the spire reaching further up as you see the hand of Pelor kind of built within the statue, reaching up with his palm towards the sky.
I would like to climb onto the building and try to get Peter out of there.
Why you gotta climb on?
You don't need to climb into the building. There's still room enough in the doorway
And,
of the main floor
let
that
me-
you can get through.
Let me do this. So I'm down in this hole. I stood up to fire at the dragon. Dragon's dead. So I'll look around. I'm gonna look around for Peter.
You see Peter's adolescent griffin body kind of spanned out uh, under a few 2x4s, and you see a few rocks and rubbles around him.
Okay, I'm gonna limp over to Peter because I'm pretty beat up too, and clear the rubble and 2x4s off of him, and kind of just try and gently shake him awake and be like, Peter, Peter, buddy, hey, you all right? You okay, buddy? I'm sure your master's worried sick. Let's get back up there to him. Is there an intact like set of stairs coming up from the cellar?
There isn't an intact set of stairs, but as Peter kind of stands, he kind of nestles into you, almost a signal to get onto his back.
I'll kind of look down at him and be like, "Are you sure, buddy? Are you sure you're all right?" All right, I'll try my best to get on him with my heavy armor, trying not to like pinch him with any of like the
He
joints
kind
or
of
anything.
winces for a moment. It's kind of you can tell he's kind of like flexing himself just to have the strength to lift you. As you see, he starts to flap his wings, and it takes like 6, 7, 8, 9 flaps before he's
Since
even off
he's
the ground.
taking so many flaps, I'm gonna kind of try and wrap my arm around his belly, and also lift my foot up and push off the ground with like my little like air platform I can do with the boots to help him get into the air.
You give him a small boost as he up onto the main floor of the building, where you can see Jonathan with a worried expression on his face. You can see his hair kind of in this ocean cyan blue mixed with a little bit of a seafoam green texture, as he's feeling a lot of emotions. He's worried, he's scared, and as he charges in, as with the last couple of flaps, you see Peter kind of not land, but more collapse onto the second floor as you and him kind of tumble onto the floor as he
Okay, yeah, I'll
kind of holding a large gash on his shoulder.
I'll grip my own side, just kind of really beaten up too, and slowly stand up and be like, "Don't worry, we're all right, Jonathan."
Are you sure?
We're a little worse for wear, but no, doesn't look like anything's broken.
Okay. We're
done?
gonna patch you up just in case, okay?
Is it over?
Yeah, what happened?
Okay.
It's not.
Well, I mean, I couldn't see down to the building.
Well, he's not in the build. The dragon was closer to the roof. Like,
Oh, okay.
he was on like the second floor. I fired some. I assume it was some sort of spell. I got this rush of energy, and I was able to get an attack off him. But it seems like, did we take care of him?
Are going. Is the thing dead?
So as this is going on, I'm gonna take Eonaton's or not Eonaton, Tobin's sword out of Solari, and then I'm gonna just jump off the roof, landing on the ground, and I'll hand Tobin's sword to Tobin and say, "Now, if that doesn't answer your question, he's dead."
I'll go to grab it from his hand, and just the weight of the sword will kind of like, with my injury on my side, I'll kind of do it, and I'll have to like stumble and grab it with my other hand as well, and try and put it into my the scabbard.
I'm already walking over with like health potions and shit out, just like trying to find something that'll help Tobin and everybody out.
Well, I certainly took a
I'm
beating, but all in all, that was still easier than I expected.
just gonna slump against the wall.
That was our first
Never a
dragon.
dull moment around here, is there?
Well, first dragon, but no, not really. Not really a dull moment. Um, yeah, it's not to rush you, Beckett, but we should really try and find the holy lore keeper and make sure she's okay. So can you just patch me up quick?
Yep. I will hand you a. Sorry, I have to find the name of it. I'm gonna hand you just a. I forget what it's called, but I have it written down as like a regular sized HP potion.
So what's that? 2d8? Is that?
1d6
Oh,
plus
okay.
Constitution, but I think it's not
1d8 plus con.
Yeah.
1d8. Oh, okay.
What was the greater? Was that
Greater
2 or 3?
is 2d8.
2d8? Really? Oh, I thought it was 3.
I'm not sure. Remember,
Because I have a greater healing
I have a
potion.
table for it. I just don't feel like going for it.
You should
So
put it
you,
in
if you
the.
have a greater, I'll call it 3 because fuck
Okay,
it, you
so
need it.
I'm gonna take that and Beckett.
I have
All
more.
right. So 48 plus 2 cons.
Yeah, give me 1, 2, 3.
Does anybody else have anything while we're here?
Could I get some bandages for Peter?
Yep. I will pull those out of my medkit.
Thank you very
Yeah.
kindly.
No problem.
I don't want to waste a finite resource. I'll just use the stone.
Okay. Suit yourself. Or Golan, are you fine?
A little worse for wear, but I'll manage to.
Yes.
I'll manage.
Oh, good.
As Jonathan is going to wrap Peter's wound in bandages just as quickly as possible. As quickly but efficiently as possible.
As the Adina will bandage and heal each other up. I'll give each and every one of you 1 hit die plus cons worth of healing as you guys recuperate and bandage each other and yourselves. As the Adina will begin to make their way towards the Chapel of Pelor. As you move down a narrow alleyway to the next larger street, making your way through various amounts of debris and dealing with any other zombie along the way, if you would see one. As you see the temple of the doors of the temple are caved in as if they were battered in by riots. Within, you see multitudes of corpses of fallen zombies, and two, curiously, that not a lot of you would recognize. Could I get a knowledge nature?
We'll leave that to our druid. But as we kind of like walk up to the doors, I'll be like, "Oh, that doesn't look good." Seeing the corpse, I'll be like, "But it looks like they put up a good fight. Hopefully, they're still okay."
30-20 on knowledge nature.
A dirty 20. You see a non-humanoid corpse among the other humanoid zombified beings that once dwelled within the city of Pelos. You see a four-legged creature with the mane of a lion and the face of a human and the tail of a snake. As you see two corpses of sphinxes
Ooh.
that were zombified and then thus slain and laid dead within the remains of this once beautiful chapel.
How do you even sneak something like that into a city?
Yeah, what even is that? And
I
what
feel
is
like they
it
weren't
doing
sneaking
here?
forward.
I think those are sphinxes.
Sphinxes.
Definitely hoisting the harpoon for extra light from the celestial brilliance.
Let's
Let's
I'm gonna
make sure that we're
start
burning out any undead here.
carefully. Yeah, weapons drawn. I'm gonna carefully make my way towards her office that was in the back.
As you look towards where her offices would be, you see that entire side of the chapel collapsed in.
Jeez, this isn't good, guys. I'm gonna.
Um, could you roll me a SWAT check, just to discover anything else about the main chapel and synagogue in front of you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and use that wand
Yeah.
because why not? That's gonna be a 32 for spot, or I guess more than that. It's gonna be like a 40.
Damn.
So yeah, I guess checking out the chapel. So is this just for the main chapel, or is this like also like check? Because I also want to like check the rubble and make sure she's not like buried.
Yeah. Would be an entire synopsis of the entire room.
Okay, cool.
So looking among the rubble and the bodies, you see various clergy members or worshipping citizens, fallen, zombified, and re-deaded. If you follow the trail of where the zombies were re-deaded, um, you see the door towards the tower of the main chapel with the bell, uh, dominating the main cityscape of Pelos, where you would see this among all the rest, the large bell of Pelor. You see the zombie dead trail kind of leading towards this door as you see it kind of boarded up and by any means barricaded from the opposite side of where you're facing.
Okay.
I'm
So
going to
is
start.
or go ahead.
I'm going to start inspecting the walls and roofs to make sure that everything is architecturally sound enough that we're not going to worry
Yeah,
about
roll me
dropping
a
anything on
knowledge
us.
architecture.
Yep. Sure.
Tobin, what were you gonna do?
Um, does memory like is it completely boarded up like this room? Like I can't see into it. Like
It's boarded up as if to keep anything from entering
right.
said door.
So is it like can I see into it at all, or is it completely boarded up?
You can see mild cracks through if you wanna take a closer look.
Yeah, because I know we didn't go up there, but or didn't go in that room. I don't think when we were here. But like, is there like an actual room there, or is it just a staircase like up to the tower?
You peer through into the little cracks, and you can see it's a small chamber. You can see a couple of like extra chairs and tables, kind of uh, uh, off into the corner underneath the stairs, but this is the chamber that leads up into a spiral staircase that leads up towards the tower.
Okay. I'll start by trying to stay through the cracks. Miss Lorekeeper, are you here? It's I don't. Would she know our Adai Nowl nickname yet? Or like, or I get like as a servant of Pelor maybe. But like, did she just know us as like the normals?
It wouldn't. To that point, it wouldn't seem that she would be in this chamber. It seems like this chamber would lead up the stairs towards where they actually
Oh, could I see well
are
enough into
currently.
the chamber
Yeah.
to know that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start attempting to pry off some of the boards, at least enough for me to get into there.
Can I?
Alistair, knowledge architecture.
Knowledge, architecture, and engineering result 36.
36. The walls are fine. The roof, it's not great. You can see one of the many buttresses holding up the roof of this chapel, sagging, and parts of it snapped off, or you can see various areas of the roof beginning to sag in on itself, and where a lot of the debris is, it is coming from the roof, where you are fearing that the rest of the roof could collapse in on itself.
Can I try to shore that up with Wall of Stone spells?
If you could describe to me how you would reinforce the roof with the spell, then yes.
I would try to find along the main beam with the section that looks the most compromised, and from it build up a pillar to up from the base to the rooftop. How high is it?
It's probably it's a pretty grand chapel and synagogue. I would probably say it's about 80 feet to the lower parts, up to about 120 feet for the upper parts.
Okay, I can probably do this twice. I'm going to just basically form a column as the shape Wall of Stone to go straight as a pillar up to help brace the main structure.
I'm just imagining like the Lego video games when you want to build something from all the debris and it just stacks. Yeah.
Impromptu columns.
Yeah.
It's all colorful too, like.
Like as soon as you cast a spell, the bricks start dancing on the floor, and then you just go press X on the thing and just.
I'd like
Um,
I'd like to druid craft some wooden support beams as well, and just get Alistair's guidance on where to put them.
Do you have that much wood?
it would require a lot of wood for you to be able to druid craft this right now, and so unfortunately, I don't think you would have the amount of materials to be able to get that amount of wood right now.
While this is happening, can I go over and help Tobin?
Yeah.
I'm sure I can make pretty quick work of just some shabbily nailed up.
V,
2x4
did you
and stuff.
say you had something you wanted to do?
Yeah, I just want to send Bubonic up to the top of the tower to see if he can scout what's up there, so we're not like walking into.
Oh yeah, that's
unknown.
smart. So just for the sake of that actually being plausible, I'll say, hey guys, there's this tower here. It seems like it's boarded up, and then you can tell us that you'll send Bubonic up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Bubonic and just start speaking demonic to him. Be like, hey buddy, can you fly up to the top of the tower and just make sure there's nothing that's gonna kill us up there. Grow up.
What if I want to?
It's a 2-minute flight. I think you'll survive.
What do they give me?
You'll find out when you come back. And I'll just look at him.
Trick, dumbass.
Come on, please.
What if you asked really, really nicely?
I thought I did.
It's going to be interesting hearing begging in demonic.
Can you pretty please fly to the top of the tower to make sure we're not going to get killed.
With a cherry on top.
I knew you were gonna say that. No, I didn't know
Sure.
you were gonna say that. I just felt it needed to be added, and so did you. Simultaneously, that was great.
Yes, with the cherry on top. Please and thank you. Bubonic.
I don't really like cherries, so I might not want to do it.
Really.
No, I'm being a dickhead. Yeah, fine.
Thank you.
So as he flies out through a small gap within the roof, that Alistair is, a wall of stoning, a few supports in, he begins to soar up towards the tallest spire of the bell tower as he lays eyes on one clergy member, kind of their white religious gown, kind of covered in soot and in dust, but obviously renowned enough in their position to have a designated outfit. And the other, you see a woman in her probably early 40s, with dark ebony skin, long curly hair. She wears a royal blue coat with gold trimming around it and a gold sash wrapping it together. As she and the other clergy member kind of look out and make contact with the bird, as you see the woman with the curly hair kind of connect things in her mind as she waves her arms over her head to signal towards the bird and signal that they are there, and try to signal towards the bird. As Bubonic makes a wrap around the building and flies back down and says, we got survivors.
I will relay all that information to everybody around me.
Awesome. I almost have these boards off. Oh, hold on. Okay. Sorry. All right. We've almost got these boards up. We'll start heading up. Let's not crowd them. Maybe. I'm sure they saw Bubonic, but in case they didn't realize, we don't want to spook them too much. Before we get them. Also, I'll go up. One or two is welcome to come with me to.
I'll come in case there's any injuries.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So me and Beckett will go up. We'll try and calm them down, make sure they don't think we're zombies breaking through, and bring them down here so we can chat. Is the roof gonna be okay, Alistair?
I'll stay here and keep eye on it. If something happens, then I'll quickly douse the light on my harpoon in order to signal that there's a problem and to get out now.
Okay. So yeah, me and Beckett will begin to climb the tower. And then once I feel like we're kind of in earshot, I'll be like, Miss Lorekeeper, it's the normals
So,
or I don't know, whoever.
As you guys can just announce yourself as the Adai now. We'll just do it.
Okay.
As you guys ascend up the spiral staircase along the spire, do Yonatan and Ergolan follow them as much as they're not gonna crowd? Do you guys follow along up the stairwell, or do you guys stay on the main floor?
I will stay back.
I'm going to go outside and check and keep a lookout in case anything dangerous comes our way.
Smart.
All right. Beckett and Tobin ascending the stairwell up the spire up towards the bell tower as it reaches a landing with a similar boarded up door, but also surrounding this door, you pick it. You've seen this before, Tobin. You have not. You see large, black, like inky black tentacles wrapped around the door.
What do I recognize that from?
You recognize that from Savelle, Orgolan's sister. There are tentacles that, her 4 tentacles that are on her. But you see these tendrils wrapped around the door, also fortifying the boarded up door.
What the hell is that?
I'm going to turn to Bubonic and ask him in Demonic, did you see Savelle in there while you were up there?
I saw this fucking priest-looking guy, and I saw this cute-looking old priest lady. I don't know.
Just
I
the
didn't
two of
see
them?
much. They were just up top. I don't know. I didn't fucking creep in. I just wanted to let you know there's survivors. That's all. I thought that's all you wanted to let me know.
Becca,
That's okay. Thank you, buddy.
do you know what this is? It looks like some sort of spell. Is it safe to
It's
get near?
it's familiar to me. It's Orgolan's sister. She has something similar to this.
What is
But
she?
Bubonic said he didn't see Savelle, so
Interesting. Okay, so as we approach the door, I'll be like, Miss Holy Lord Keeper, it's the Adai Naul. It's safe to come out now. We saw the carnage happening here, and we wanted to make sure you were okay.
What's the fucking password? You hear kind of a more butch woman's speech.
I'm not a zombie.
can I recognize the voice? Sorry.
You recognize it as Savelle's.
I'm gonna
Okay.
just to say it for the password. I'm gonna be like, I'm not a zombie.
Where's my
I'm gonna-
brother?
Oh,
What?
Where's my brother?
Who's your brother?
Savelle, can we talk about this before you hurt anybody?
What? Savelle? That's Orgolan. What is Orgolan's sister doing here? I'm gonna
is my brother?
yell
He's
down the
here,
stairs.
But
Orgolan.
he's here, but before we give him to you, I want to make sure that everybody there is safe and unharmed.
Yeah, no thanks to you. Why the fuck did it take you guys so long to show up?
Wait, this
The
isn't
fucking
you?
the little twink counselor fucker. You
Can
went
we
out to
stop
go
talking through the
look for
wall?
help.
Just open the door. Can we stop talking through the wall?
You promise you're not zombies.
No, I
Pinky
promise.
swear.
I don't know. Listen, Beckett,
We're
you're
going
not
here.
zombies.
We're not zombies. I promise.
Okay. Yeah, you see the tentacles get back from beyond the door, as you see a drow fist kind of reach in between one of the boards and just tear away the lock entirely as the door swings open. So you're face to face with a it's a drow that definitely looks like Orgolan. She's got bright pitch white hair that's tied back into a bun. You could see over her left eye is almost like a spider web of bleached skin. It almost looks like a spider web over her left eye. She wears like dark, like a sports bra and leggings and kind of almost like Orochimaru style. You see the tendrils kind of relaxed and like smaller, kind of wrapped around her, like Orochimaru vibes, anyone knows what I'm talking about other than James.
Can I turn to Tobin and say, can you go get Orgolan? I'm gonna check on everybody in the room.
All right. I'm gonna make my way down the stairs and find Orgolan.
As Beckett steps into the room, you see Savell kind of with their arms crossed, like standing very defensively as you step within. You see various. There's less than 10 people in this room.
Okay.
You see various clergy members, some who are upright and wrapping bandages around other clergy members who are injured, and you see wrapped bandages and torn limbs, and as you see laying across the back wall, kind of sat on coats and whatever cushions. Yeah, you see Tobin, as you and Orgolan and as you and Orgolan come up the stairs, you see this woman sitting along the back wall, sitting on these coats and cushions. You see the royal garbs of the Belbajite royalty, as you see cloth wrapped around the face, just allowing exposure to the eye and to the mouth and the lower jaw and the right side of the face.
So
You see Queen Ravana with bandages all over her face, with her right arm completely torn off and bandaged over, as she sits facing towards the door as you all enter through.
so she's like looking at
Various,
us.
yeah.
Walking in and taking like a look at it and seeing all the people around and seeing her. Tobin's face is gonna turn almost pale, and just from the few times he has interacted with like royal families like the royal family through like contracts with like his father, and the few times the royal people have visited Scorch Town, just out of reflex, he's immediately gonna his face is gonna go white, and he's gonna kneel like to bow towards the queen. What?
I'm
Like,
gonna pick up my med kit and walk over and start assessing.
what is the queen doing here? What is your sister doing? I'm so confused. Tobin's gonna kind of compose himself and get back on his feet. And why is Beckett helping her?
I'm helping everyone in the room. I'm not helping her. I'm just assessing everyone at the current moment, not specifically her, but
As Beckett, just can you make me a heal check as you check the various injured clergy members?
Is the Holy Lord Keeper here?
The Holy Lord Keeper is here. There's in this main room where everyone's conglomerated. You see, there's another staircase going up towards the exposed part of the bell tower, where you can see the clergy member as well as the Holy Lord Keeper, who is kind of stood on one of the stairwells, looking down towards all of you now entering, except for Jonathan and Chris, who are still downstairs.
I got a 21.
At 21, yeah, you make your way and assist the other clergy members in healing the various injured within this chamber.
Trauma center.
As anyone can feel free to explain why the Queen, Savell, and everyone is all here, or if anyone wants to fill in that part of the storyline, because that was never really covered during the whole Savell or Golan fight. That was never really covered because you guys immediately went into the living blasphemy fight.
Mm.
So it would make sense why Tobin is confused on why everyone is here.
Yeah, like I know Savell and the Queen were like together and stuff, but I didn't know they'd be in like Pelos, right? You know what I mean? Like, well, I knew we had our suspicions that they were together, I believe, and then I know that Orgolan was going to the club and stuff to like fight, but I don't think I knew much more than that. Yeah.
You see the Holy Lore Keeper descend down the staircase and run towards Tobin and just embrace him in a hug, and then leans down and embraces Beckett in a side hug, and then goes and hugs the rest of the group.
We're glad to see you're okay. Is what
Thank God you're here.
what the hell happened here?
Yeah. Can you answer me this first?
Sure.
Do you truly know where the tear is?
We don't know its exact location, but we know who's in possession of it.
Because what I saw today,
You saw the dragon.
why?
We can't pretend to understand their goals, but it is truly devastating news that the black dragon has been revived.
Then we are all in danger.
More so than ever.
As you see, the Holy goes to say something else. She's interrupted by the uh, bandaged Queen Ravana. She says, I came for talks of peace, but it seems that action is the answer. What do you call yourselves?
The the Ade Naul, Your Majesty.
You have familiar eyes. Where do I know you from, child?
Tried to have a skilled.
So I hail from Scorchtown. The Riamond family forge.
George Raymond, Sir George Raymond.
Yes. My that's my grandfather, right? Like
Yeah,
yeah. I just want to make sure I forget the
yeah.
father for his grandfather. My
I've
grandfather.
grown on tales of his heroism.
Yes, me too.
Your help is gracefully thanked. As to the rest of you, Adenaul, it seems action is the answer. Savell and I must find our way to Lulara to speak with your emperor. This Savell kind of nodding in understanding. She says, and it seems like you fuckers need all the help you could get. So I shall confer with the lorekeeper. I shall confer with the god-touched lorekeeper,
Do we
as he seems to have a
know that's his
intense
title?
liking towards you. Yes,
Okay.
you are aware that that is K. Yes, he seems to have an intense liking towards you.
Yeah, we're fond of him too.
I'm gonna hand like like basically anything you would need to help the queen to Tobin because Beckett does not want to help the queen.
Is
So I'm
there?
gonna
She's already bandaged. Is there anything that like can be done
anything
at this
extra.
point?
Yeah.
Do her bandages need changing or?
Just probably a health potion would advance her healing along
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
So
I'll just give it to Tobin and Tobin can deal with it. And I'll just be like,
I'll
here you go.
take
I don't
the
want to.
I'll take the health potion, and although my party's miss uh fortune towards the queen, she's still like the queen of my people, so this is very like, and we didn't even get to meet her when we like went when we actually like went to temple, so Tobin's gonna like take it and nervously like walk up to her and offer her the health potion.
She kind of leads her head back and tilts her jaw forward to open her mouth to accept the potion.
You'll uncork it and slowly pour it into her mouth.
Brave knight. Thank you.
Right.
I'm gonna check on Savell now.
So does that mean
Check on or check out?
Both.
So does
All
that
right.
mean you guys are headed to Blackmere, or is K elsewhere?
Well, the holy says, as far as I know, he's still located at his manor, but it seems that Savell and Ravana have their own goals towards Lara.
Wait, so I'm kind of confused. They said they're headed to the Lara, but they also said they have to talk to K.
No,
Or
the holy and the rest of the clergy members are gonna go to K's.
okay,
The queen and Savell want to go to Lulara to
okay,
talk to
sorry.
the emperor. Yeah, sorry,
I
I just wanted to
misunderstood.
make
I
that.
must have misunderstood who was speaking.
All good. Yeah, sorry, my bad. They have very similar voices.
Yeah.
As Beckett goes to check out, cough, I mean check on Savell, you see one of the tendrils has a large gash on it that's kind of leaking out inky black ichor.
Well, so if you and your clergy and your, I don't know what you call your staff of like church people, but um if you and your people are headed to Blackmere, we could accompany you as we have to set sail from there, or set sail from the kingdom anyways. Or are we gonna leave from Pelos? I can't remember. Was there a way from
I
Pelos?
think
Did you say?
there is a way to leave from
Oh, we
Pelos.
could also
It
drive them
is it
down
is
to Blackmere. I'd be kind of on the way.
that would be on the way.
We were headed out to sea from Pelos here, and we could drop you off in Blackmere. It would most likely be quicker and save you the walk, with the injuries and whatnot.
That would be appreciated.
All right, it's settled then.
The holy kisses Tobin on the cheek
Okay.
and says, and looks to the rest of you, kind of grabs Orgolan's hand. God, it's so fucking weird being this lore keeper. Oh my god. My name is Vidal. It's so weird. It's so weird. My name is Vidal. VAD apostrophe AIL.
Do you want to say that like a teeny bit slower?
VAD apostrophe AIL.
Thank you.
Vidal. Sorry, it's just like you guys are. We've been friends for like a while now. Okay, it's so weird. They're so fucking secretive. My name is Vidal. Fuck all this holy nonsense. Fuck. Just because I'm a fucking paladin of Palor.
Oh.
Oh.
Kind of like laughing at
Anyways, the
the.
ride would be fucking great.
Yeah.
Sorry. She kind of like, you see her cheeks kind of get a little bit rosy, and she kind of like sinks into her shoulders a little bit.
Tobin will kind of chuckle at the nonchalantness of the of the lorekeeper's statements and just be like, "Well, it's a pleasure, Vidal."
Thanks, Tobin. Well, let's get a fucking move on. Soon?
Yeah. So are we parting ways here then? With the Queen and or Golan's sister? What a weird pair. Tobin kind of mumbles under his breath. Small world.
Well, it's my job.
Definitely.
Savell pipes up and says, well, it's my job to protect her, so I will do my duty.
Entourage. That's the word I was thinking of for like group of people, I think.
Gola, a word, please.
That's you, Orgolan.
That's you,
What?
What do you mean, what?
I didn't hear the name he said.
He said
What?
Gola.
Yours.
It was Savell calling you like a kitty nickname because you're siblings.
Oh,
Gola, a word, please.
Am I just there or am I not there?
You're all in the same room, but Savell is kind of calling Orgolan off to like one little corner.
I know. Am I still in that corner with
You're
her?
still kind of there, so you absolutely hear all of this. Is that
Okay,
she just like isn't?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
all right. I go over.
Golem, you're looking more and more like Dad every day, and I haven't decided if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm still trying to figure that out as well.
I don't.
Honestly, I'm
Vard-
glad we're not punching each other right now.
I mean, feel free at any point.
I would really like to, Gola. I don't think Vard meant for any of this to happen.
Oh, definitely not.
I miss him a lot.
Yeah, you sure as hell know I do too.
You know, he always had something to say, even if it was when I was Of his damn jokes.
His stupid one-liners as well. They were so bad. So bad.
How could he say those one-liners even right after he met Dad's belt? He looked at us with a smile and said his fucking jokes. Sorry.
He was always the jokester.
Go kick some
That
ass
made
for
us different.
Migola.
I just killed a fucking dragon.
Yeah, I don't know if they
So
know about that because
I will do that.
Well, remember, I could still kick your ass.
Do it.
Beckett,
Shut up, Beckett.
Beckett, are you near a wall?
I mean, if we're in a corner, I guess, probably. Oh, God.
As Savelle kind of turns away from her goal, and she's gonna just grab you by the shirt and just walk you into the wall and just look at you for a second and just scoff and walk away.
Hang on, I gotta check on your tentacle. The actual tentacle that is oozing black ooze.
Oh yeah, it's oozing.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up to her and be like, hang on. I gotta check.
It's fine.
I-
It's fine.
Nothing about
It's
that is
fine.
fine.
It's
I immediately
fine.
chuckle after seeing that.
Nothing about that is fine. Let me fix it up, and then you don't ever have to see me again if you don't want to.
No one said that. As she allows you to bandage it up, as she just very coldly brushes you off and walks away from you awkwardly fast.
Fair enough.
All right. Should we be off then?
As Savelle and
hold on,
Queen
just
Ravana.
one quick thing.
Sorry, go on.
So it sounded like at the beginning, Savelle said that the counselor dude went to go find help. So are they not aware of what happened with that? Like that he was a.
No, they were not aware that he was a dragon. No.
Oh, and one more thing. You oh fuck! Every time I start talking.
Said he was gonna go save you. Yeah, funny story. He was the dragon, so maybe try to find better people to employ.
Yeah.
Queen Ravana kind of cocks her bandaged head and says, "Today has been a weird day. I have a headache."
Can I toss
What
her
is-
a vial of something to deal with that headache and then just walk away?
She's not gonna
Yeah,
catch
sure.
it.
You send a little fucking headache remedy her way as she catches it and just
I don't
goes,
like her, so I'm I'm just gonna give you this and not talk to you.
"Well, thank you, Ade Naul."
Make Failbridge great again. um, and then so yeah, I guess we'll start heading down with our entourage of holy men.
Yeah. We'll speed run as you make your way to the coast. Cast your bottle O ship within the ocean as the candelabra expands to full size as the Ade Naul and clergy members climb aboard as they make their way towards the Blackmere port, dropping off the Holy Lore Keeper and the clergy members.
I do
as
kind of want to say, like, when we first pulled the bow, be like, this was a gift from Pelor.
oh really?
Yeah, he handed it to him himself when we met him in the Aether Wilds.
Do you know what also was a gift from Palo?
What's that?
She heads down the gangway and gives you all a little goodbye. A goodbye wave as she kind of helps a few of the limping clergy members still off the boat.
I lean over.
Good luck!
I'm not surprised that that's exactly what Palor gave us. He's got this habit going.
All
I
right.
mean, I mean, just say it. I'm probably here for a reason.
And also, technically, if we're looking at it, Yonatan was a gift from Phalor.
Literally.
I am
Literally, as
I
a
am-
being.
I am a physical embodiment of a gift from Palor. So.
Because y'all remember how the Angel of Autumn became to be. They were stars gifted from Palor to Varus, because Varus thought the stars were so beautiful that Palor gifted the stars to Varus, and thus became the Angel of Autumn, which Yonatan is.
Mhm.
With that, I'm gonna call a quick 5-minute pause,
Okay.
and then we shall continue as we exit the port of Blackmere into the boundless seas.
Go.
After dropping off Vidale, the Holy Lord Keeper, and the rest of the clergy members off at the port of Blackmere, the Candelabra sets sail off within its directions towards the deep and centermost area of the boundless seas. The eternal hurricane-esque storm that dominates the ocean. But as you all leave the port, it seems like a nice, lovely, clear day. The sun beaming down, a bit of a chill on the horizon as you're well within the winter months. As the night passes and the morning dawns, where all of you would gain the effects of a long rest.
Hey.
As you set sail towards what you now know as the Eye of Volnar. What is everyone's thoughts and feelings as you all set sail towards uncertainty? How do you all interact with each other within this few-day journey as you set sail towards this large hurricane?
As we set sail from the port, I'll walk up towards the front of the nose of the ship and just take a deep breath of the brisk air and be like, "We're finally coming for you, buddy. Hang in there." And just kind of stare towards the storm, if it's visible from here, or if not, just in that direction.
It's not yet visible, but you do see the clouds starting to dawn on the horizon.
As Jonathan is walking up to the nose of the ship, he sees Tobin there, just looking out onto the sea towards the Eye of Ulnar. And he's going to walk up and just like put an arm around Tobin's shoulder and say, "Hey man, I know you miss Calduin a lot. Are you doing all right, man?"
Yeah, I'm fine. We're finally saving our friend. Doesn't matter what danger's in front of us. We just beat a fucking dragon. We're getting this man back
Yeah,
through hell or high water.
definitely, I agree with you. Well, we are technically in high water right now, so there you go.
We're not in the clear yet. These that dragon was. Let's not get false confidence. That dragon went down way too easily. I assume he was one of the weaker, if not the weakest of the bunch, especially with the title the coward. So
True, but it could all. I maybe he was created when the Everdark's power was split the most, potentially.
it's hard to say. I don't know if I know the order that the dragons were created in, but regardless, that means most of the other, whatever the reason is, most of the dragons are probably going to be much stronger. We saw what the black dragon can do, and we know we're not done fighting those dragons. And we're supposedly supposed to go fight a ancient god, which is older than like everything else.
True, but
That
you
was me
know,
kind of asking Wes. It's older than everything else. Is that what they said?
Um, he is younger than the dragons,
Oh, okay.
but remember, the dragons were created more as a test run. The gods are the true feat of power. That's
Right.
what gained the most amount of power drawn from the Everdark.
Okay.
So the dragons are powerful and they were created first, but the gods are innately more
Right.
powerful. And from everything you've learned about the Everdark, he seems a lot more dangerous than the other three that you have already been come accustomed to.
Right. I don't know what the state of this god is, if he's fully out and about, or because it seems like he was gone for a while, so it will remain to be seen, but he's certainly going to be more powerful than a cowardly dragon.
certainly.
But we're going to get Calduin back.
It's also possible that one of his main underlings is there guarding the island, so
Yeah, we've got.
we're
But
probably in to get our asses kicked.
he's got his underlings, but at least we have a way to hopefully stop Cabalus, as I'll reach into my bag and grab Cabalus's heart.
It beats within your palm.
I don't know if we're doing the right thing, essentially bringing this right to him, but especially with how tricky he is and how easily he was able to take stuff off us before, but I don't know if the right move is to try and destroy it now either.
Well, whatever is going to happen, I'm sure we'll find a way through it. I may. Oh, and speaking of stopping things in their tracks, I may have a way of getting us past that storm without taking any damage, but I'll have to go to my chambers to reflect on that some more.
Still quite the journey ahead of us, so take your time, but I have faith in us.
I do too, man. I do too. We may be walking into a death trap, but we've certainly escaped the embrace of death more than once. So I have confidence we'll do it again.
Mm-hmm.
As you travel forth a few more hours, Jonathan contemplates on his druidic spells and his schemes. As the winds begin to whip more wildly, as it catches the sail and brings you a few knots forward and the terrain as you see above the once clear blue skies have now been overtaken with cloudy dark rain clouds as you hear thunder roar overhead. A slight mist of rainfall drops on the deck of the candelabra, soaking all of you in the wet weather as mastering the helm of the ship, guiding your path along. I need a whatever the check is to drive the boat from Alistair as he
Then
mains the helm.
that would be a profession sailor check, I believe.
That's the ticket.
And of course, as I said before, while that's going on, I'm going to be scooping up the the rod of guidance of the avatar that I lent out in order to do so. 35.
35 as you reading the winds and guiding the rudder as you see large jagged peaks of rocks sticking out as you begin to descend into this hurricane, weaving between the rocks and various winds and currents. Jonathan, you see one of the main ropes currently tying down the main masthead sail. It begins to strain and then snap off as you see one of the ropes wildly flailing off from the mast.
Let's get that tied back down, people.
Okay, yeah, I am just gonna immediately spring to action and try to catch leaping to try and catch the rope and then just
Roll me a use rope check.
yeah, I'm just gonna essentially repair the rope, like put the rope ends together and then maybe like cast mending on it or something.
As you mend the wood and retie the rope on, as you see the canvas of the main mast tighten once more to drift you using the winds through the rocks. As Beckett, clutching on to the side of the candelabra as it wanes and churns with the tide, feeling nauseated. For some reason, you look down towards the churning waters below. As within the tide lapping against the body of the candelabra, you see a different small current in a few areas. It's a small circular current waning against the direction of the current lapping towards the boat. As you see a large cylindrical mass snaking up out of these circular currents and up the body of the ship. As you see its large suckers leeching on and grabbing a hold of the ship as a large tentacle
Who pissed off the
begins to
Kraken?
seep up the side of the candelabra, and I attempt to reach hold as you see two more reaching up from the other side, grabbing hold of your ship.
Guys, minor problem.
Yeah, you could say that.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
You feel the weather begin to grow more intense as the slight mist of the raindrops become harder and larger pellets before it becomes icy hail pelting down on the deck and onto your armor and skin. You hear the crack of lightning and thunder overhead. You are well within the eye of Volnar. Large tentacle arms surrounding your boat. We'll find out how the Ade now will deal with this next time.
Oh, Dragon Balls.
Thank you very much for joining us on this episode of the Boundless Shores. We've been drunk and we've been dumb, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Have a great time.